Direktur Pusat Studi Islam dan Demokrasi PSID, Nazar El-Mahfudzi, menyoroti peran menonjol Agus Harimurti Yudhoyono dalam berbagai agenda strategis kenegaraan pada awal pemerintahan Presiden Prabowo Subianto. Nazar memandang, Agus Harimurti Yudhoyono yang kini menjabat sebagai Menteri Koordinator Bidang Infrastruktur dan Pembangunan Kewilayahan, itu lebih terlihat sebagai figur eksekutif aktif yang secara teknis mengendalikan lintas kementerian, sumber daya fiskal, dan jalur diplomatik dalam kerjasama ekonomi. Dalam konteks ini, AHY menjalankan peran bukan karena privilege, melainkan karena fungsi struktural yang kuat dan penugasan resmi dari Presiden Prabowo. Kehadirannya dalam forum internasional bukan hanya representatif, tetapi juga substantif, menjadi suara utama Indonesia di kancah global, kata dia dalam keterangannya Sabtu 28 Juni. Nazar memandang, dalam keilmuan politik Islam, jabatan di pemerintahan bukan sekadar simbol posisi, melainkan tanggung jawab sesuai dengan kafa'ah, kompetensi, dan mandat. Jika hari ini Menteri Koordinator seperti Agus Yudhoyono mewakili pemerintah dalam pertemuan strategis, maka itu selaras dengan model amanah Islam. Siapa yang punya tugas, maka dia yang bicara atas nama negara, ungkap dia. Ia menegaskan, dalam pemerintahan modern, peran utama dijalankan oleh mereka yang diberi kepercayaan dan kapasitas untuk menyelesaikan tugas negara secara langsung.
We must also build opportunity and view investments unlock opportunity.
Presiden RI Prabowo Subianto menyampaikan apresiasinya kepada Menteri Koordinator Bidang Infrastruktur dan Pembangunan Kewilayahan Agus Harimurti Yudhoyono. Apresiasi ini terkait perhelatan Konferensi International Conference on Infrastructure, ECI, yang telah berlangsung dalam 2 hari selama 11-12 Juni 2025. Prabowo mengungkapkan bahwa ECI 2025 yang digelar Agus Yudhoyono berdasarkan arahan langsung darinya dan telah berjalan dengan baik dan tertib. Terima kasih atas sambutan Saudara Menko. Karena sudah lengkap, tidak perlu panjang lebar keynote dari saya, tetapi saya senang karena berarti saya tidak salah pilih Menko Infrastruktur, ujar Prabowo dalam penutupan ECI 2025 di JICC Senayan, Jakarta, Kamis 12 Juni lalu. Prabowo menyebut salah satu kepemimpinan yang ia pelajari adalah memilih tim terbaik yang bisa dipilih. Salah satu kunci kepemimpinan yang saya belajar, pilihlah tim Anda yang terbaik yang bisa kau pilih.
Thank you for the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, our session challenges us to define strategic priorities for adaptation and resilience cities in the face of the global climate crisis. Indonesia's experience points to 3 essentials. But let me start with a clear premise. Building sustainable infrastructure is necessary, but not sufficient. We must also build opportunity and view investments unlock opportunity more powerfully than housing. Number 1, make people first housing the front line of climate adaptation. Over the past decade, disasters have damaged more than 7 million Indonesian homes. 4 out of 5 due to flooding. Every lost roof risks not just shelter, but also health, livelihoods, and education. That is why adaptation must begin where every day begins, at home. We are developing a national resilient housing roadmap that brings together flood-ready foundations, safer electrical systems, rain harvesting roofs, and nature-based buffers like mangrove belts. Equally important, housing must be well located. Affordable homes must be connected to jobs, schools, and services through a strong focus on transit-oriented development. Adaptation should not push families to the periphery. It should anchor them at the center of opportunity. Number 2, pair social justice with climate finance. Our Constitution guarantees every citizen a house with a good and healthy environment. Between 2015 and 2024, national housing programs delivered millions of new and upgraded units. Yet, significant gaps remain, especially in the fast-growing secondary cities where demand often outpaces delivery. Recent analysis shows that $3.8 billion in annual public spending in the housing sector could generate 2.3 million jobs and attract an additional $2.8 billion in private investments. At the same time, we must confront a hard truth. Those most vulnerable to climate risk are often the least able to access formal housing finance. Without targeted support, they remain excluded and exposed. To help close this gap, Indonesia is developing a housing resilience fund. This platform will blend national, provincial, and private resources. The fund will support green retrofit, microloans, inclusionary zoning incentives, and the use of resilient, locally sourced building materials. Its priority is clear: to reach the most vulnerable households and ensure that no one is left behind in the green transition. And last but not least, build alliances to scale what works. Public investments alone cannot meet the scale of the challenge. In Indonesia, steady government funding has been amplified through global partnerships. The World Bank has supported BSPS self-help housing subsidy, the Kotaku slum upgrading platform, and large-scale post-disaster reconstruction. The Asian Development Bank has backed pilots in community-led settlement planning, affordable rental housing, and climate-resilient water infrastructure. We now invite the new Development Bank to bring fresh capital, regional insight, and South-South experience and expertise. Across the BRICS, we have an opportunity to align subsidy frameworks, share digital toolkits, and establish common standards that reflect our commitments under the Paris Agreement, the SDGs, and the new urban agenda. In closing, housing must become more than shelter. It must be the front line of urban resilience and the foundation for inclusive growth. This is the core of the strategic urban agenda in a warming world. Indonesia stands ready to work with BRICS partners to scale what works, exchange practical tools, and lead by example in building cities that leave no man behind. Thank you.